Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Shama Abubakar, a specialist in the field of dermatology and cosmetology at Al Arif Heart and Children Medical Center in Sharjah, United Arab Emirates, and I'm here to discuss about some concerns in skincare. So, shall we start? A common scenario we come across is a person complaining of a persistent itchy rash. It can be for months, for years, and there have been instances when it has gone up to a decade. And would you believe me if I told you that this rash just needed 3 weeks to disappear completely? So I'm hinting about ringworm, and excuse me for using my native language here, but it's called vattachuri in Malayalam. Ringworm has nothing to do with worms. It is a superficial skin infection caused by fungi known as dermatophytes. The reason that I'm talking about ringworm today is that there have been innumerable instances when persons have used the wrong products and been suffering for years. So I would just like to clear it out for you. The medical term for ringworm is tinea. It is a common condition occurring worldwide. It can affect the skin anywhere on our body and can also affect hair and nails. It affects all age groups but is more extensive in persons with reduced immune strength. It concerns us more when it affects children, as the young ones are more likely to develop lesions on their head, these being more difficult to treat. How do we get tinea? Transmission involves direct skin contact, most commonly from infected skin or contaminated soil. It can also transfer from pets and animals and by foam mites, which are contaminated particles present over articles such as chairs, tables, towels, hair combs, and even soap. Risk is highest in hot, humid weather conditions and in persons who excessively sweat. Dermatophytes come from the genus Trichophyton, Epidermophyton, and Microsporum. There are around 19 in number and each differ in terms of sites involved and severity. Spores are responsible for fungal transmission. They appear as fungal eggs. They survive for extended period in suitable environments. Fungal spores germinate to form hyphae that branches out. This is how fungi grow on suitable media such as bread, the surface of plants, or leftover food. When it comes to our skin, spores gain entry to skin. This is more likely when skin is irritated, dry, or injured. It then grows inwards and outwards. This is possible by the release of destructive enzymes that make a passage, and it branches out as hyphae in the top layers of the skin. It feeds on dead skin cells and replicates. The more the fungus penetrates and grows in the skin, the more severe the presentation becomes. Let's have a look at how it presents. It takes 2 weeks after contact for the infection to develop. It starts as a small pinpoint red bump. Itching may or may not be present at this stage, and this is usually missed as it resembles an insect bite. The bump increases in size and develops raised scaly margins. This will be associated with an itch that increases on sweating and exposure to heat. Next, the lesion advances outwards in all directions, showing an advancing red raised border, while the center of it begins to clear. Why does it clear in the center? That's because our immunity does not fail us and clears the fungus but not completely, since the fungus replicates at a slower rate than that of our skin. It can appear as a circle, a half circle, 3/4 of a circle in this stage. If it progresses further, the center appears reddish and thickened, while the advancing borders persist with more scaling. Itching can be intractable at this stage. So here is an outline of the stages I just mentioned. It snakes its way around the edge like a worm, hence the name ringworm. It progresses rapidly with highly characteristic changes that cannot be missed. And here are the clinical counterparts of each stage. These lesions grow, progress, fuse together, and expand such that it can become very extensive, as you can see here. An extensive infection can result in loss of electrolytes and proteins and affect our health deleteriously. Tinea can be tricky, such that the appearance changes on applying wrong creams or oils, resulting in them thriving comfortably within the skin. Different organisms can produce different presentations. As you can see here, there can be multiple rings, dark in color, and even blistering as varied presentations. Ringworm affecting the scalp is known as tinea capitis, which is different from common dandruff. It can result in baldness. Tinea can involve fingernails and toenails, resulting in thickening, separation, and shedding of nails associated with swelling and pain. It requires treatment for the complete period it takes for the nail to grow out. Involvement of the web spaces called intertrigo is associated with intractable itching and stinging sensation. Apart from clinical judgment, a few investigations are available to diagnose tinea. This may be required after use of creams or lotions when the appearance has changed, making diagnosis tricky. An examination with a Woods lamp is the easiest tool to detect fungal infections in a clinic setting, but not quite accurate. The most preferred technique is to examine skin scrapings under potassium hydroxide, wherein the fungal elements are detected. Infection of the hair and nails may require fungal culture to identify the exact fungi, but it takes 4 to 6 weeks to obtain a result. Dealing with a ringworm infection has certain principles, and we must follow these to be rid of the rash. Since it's a fungal infection, antifungal drugs that are selectively toxic to fungal cells and not our own cells are the primary option. Fungal cells have cell walls that are made up of sugars and proteins, which act as a barrier, thus protecting the fungus from the hostile environment, meaning our immune system. Underneath the cell wall, there is a cell membrane that has a critical component of use to us, called ergosterol. In addition, there are specific enzymes that are involved in cell wall construction. Antifungals bind to ergosterol and form pores, or holes, that cause leakage of fluid and nutrients, and ultimately leads to fungal cell death. Another antifungal can target the enzymes to prevent formation of ergosterol, thereby producing the same result. There are a few drugs that work at DNA and nuclear level and are only used in case of serious infections. The antifungal drugs I just mentioned come in cream, lacquer, and tablet forms. They also come in soap, powder, and lotion form, but let's be serious, this doesn't benefit us. For majority of ringworm infections affecting the skin, a basic cream formulation is sufficient if the correct technique of application is followed. The formulation must contain purely the antifungal agent and not couple with steroid or other medications. The antifungal is our superhero here, and this alone must be used twice daily for 45 days, meaning 6 weeks or 1.5 months. During the treatment, clients are instructed to wear loose cotton clothing, wipe off any accumulated sweat, especially in skin folds. Use of oil is discouraged as a medicinal product will not be able to penetrate through a film of oil, and strictly avoid starch powders as fungi feed on starch. Tinea can hide, so after starting treatment, if a person feels the rash has disappeared, and it will, if he or she stops the treatment, then it is just going to reappear with added power against that specific antifungal, a power called resistance. This is the point I would like to stress on and highlight today. Please speak your heart out to your dermatologist so he or she can guide you on how to adapt this routine to your lifestyle. If not sure, confirm with your doctor before stopping any treatment. If you notice anything unusual, just let us know. Like always, stay comfortable in your skin. There is one last point that I want to discuss before I end this talk, and that is after completing a treatment for ringworm, there will be a slight discoloration at the site, and I just wanted to mention that this doesn't require any treatment because our skin renews. We have discoloration that has arisen will disappear over a period of 4 to 6 weeks, so it doesn't require any treatment per se. So thank you very much for listening to my talk. I hope it was useful for you, at least interesting to you. I would really like to know if there are any issues you would like me to talk about. So kindly email me at info@arifmedical.com, and I personally review all the emails so I can prepare a suitable talk that can outline any issues. If you are here in the United Arab Emirates and you would like to have a personal discussion regarding any skin issues, I'm available here at Al Arif Heart and Children Medical Center in Sharjah. So thank you and have a great day.